But say you're a few sets in, things aren't quite feeling right, you're not quite feeling comfortable, or you just like to experiment. What are my recommendations with moving? First of all, I recommend leaving the fin if possible. The fin is a very, very complicated thing to understand and even to move and get to those exact numbers. I would suggest starting with your binding if you really feel the need to make a change. And the one thing with ski testing, it's very tough. It's very experimental. We can make general rules and guesses and ideas, but at the end of the day, it is down to you to feel it. Some general suggestions could be if you feel like the ski is a little bit too heavy, if you feel like it's almost plowing, it's turning well, but you can't quite get that ski to move and drive into that center line, maybe suggest trying your binding a hole back. However, if you feel like you're just stuck a little bit back, or if you feel like you're not getting that same swing off the second side, so you're getting that acceleration, you're getting that nice driving feeling, but you're not feeling connected to your swing, you feel a lot of slide through the finish of the turn, a lot of overpowering, then maybe that could be a sign to move those bindings forwards, allow yourself to get a little bit more connection, a little bit more balance on that ski. And again, like I said earlier, in terms of the fin, it is a very experimental thing. The one thing I very much recommend, if you're going to change that fin, keep good notes. Obviously, we have three things that we can change: the length, the depth, and the distance from tail. Maybe start with your distance from tail. Say the ski's feeling a little bit big, like it's not quite wanting to move through the finish of the turn very freely. A good thing to try can be moving that distance from tail number forward slightly. Say moving from 0.760 to 0.765, moving 5 thousandths or 10 thousandths. Say you're feeling like that ski's overturning through the finish. It feels like it's dumping you in just a little bit. If you've exhausted all your technical problems, you've spoken to a coach, you've spoken to the HO customer service team, see if they can help, maybe try moving that fin back 5 thousandths. One more quick setting with this fin that's quite easily noticeable is dealing with that length. Again, very hard to make set rules, but if you feel like you're constantly braking at the waist as we're trying to turn in, especially for that offside, this can mean that you just have a little bit too much length in that fin. And again, there's no rules here, but if you try taking out a little bit of that length and you feel that feeling going away, that means that you're a little bit too long. If the ski feels a little bit squirrely, like it's starting in very aggressively, it's a little bit of a wild ride at the start of that turn, again, usually on that offsider, I've felt especially, it can be a good idea to try adding in a little bit of length. Again, maybe just a little bit of a 5 thousandths and work your way towards the opposite feeling. So if you're feeling yourself breaking at the waist because you're maybe a little bit too long, take that little bit out, 5 thou, until it starts feeling a little bit squirrely. This can be a good way to work on your fin settings without getting too lost and knowing when you've gone too far. You can step it back and hopefully that is your perfect number. And again, there's an endless world of suggestions with the fin. You can play with it how you like, but I strongly recommend sticking at stock unless you have one professional help, you're a professional yourself, or you really feel like getting into that kind of thing. It can be a deep rabbit hole, so I suggest going down that path with caution, take good notes, and if you get lost, go back to stock and make sure you know where you feel comfortable on your ski.